So is it right for people to be put under pressure to show support? Well, for John Smith, it is very clear. He thinks it is a mark of disrespect not to wear a poppy.
However, his dad, Harry, who fought in World War II, completely disagrees and chooses not to wear a poppy himself, and they both join us now. So, Harry, let's start with you. An RAF veteran of World War II, why did you stop?
I stopped actually because of my own background from early life, where I went to my first commemoration of the First World War with my uncles and aunts and all my relatives to commemorate the death of sons and fathers, etc. And the final words that they said there was, never...
lest we forget.
Lest we forget. Never again. But they say, lest we forget today, but they have dropped out never again. I guess because they know it would never come true. There will always be wars.
So when it comes round to this time of year and you see people wearing their poppies, do people say to you, and I will come to the online criticism in just a moment, saying to you, with your background, why? Even if it's just a mark of respect for those people who you fought with, you were with at that time.
Well, I think as a Second World War veteran, I have the right to my opinions, and it was never meant to denigrate the other soldiers and sailors who were heroes, just like my company was. So that I've never had opposition from soldiers. I don't recall any soldier emailing me or tweeting me to say I'm a villain for not wearing a...
But other people have. Other people have been very, very vocal.
But surely we are all entitled to our own opinion.
Your son, John, you're here. You feel very differently to your father.
Well, I feel differently in the sense that I think that Harry has a right not to wear a poppy because he was in the armed forces. He served in the RAF during the Second World War, and I haven't because I lived through a time period when we were at peace, more or less, so that I didn't have to make the ultimate sacrifice. I didn't have to wear the Queen's uniform, the King's uniform, in his stance. So for me, it doesn't feel right not to wear the poppy, and I use it as a sign or a token of my remembrance of lost relatives, and also on my mother's side, who was German, those that had died on that side of the war, both in the First and Second World War.
If you saw somebody not wearing a poppy, for example, would you feel compelled to go up and ask them why, or to tell them?
No, I don't think so. Not unless it came up in conversation when we were talking and saying I noticed. Because again, I feel that whether somebody's wearing a poppy or not a poppy, as long as they're making a conscious decision of why they're doing it, rather than doing something through indifference or through just an habitual idea, right? Then I think that's the better way of doing it.
Do you feel bullied or pressured into wearing a poppy? I know I do. And that makes me sad rather than angry, because I do believe that those who fought in 2 world wars, and indeed those who are fighting in Afghanistan right now, are doing so that we may have the freedom to choose, so that we don't have people telling us what to do. Robert?
I do. I mean, I do wear one in the street for this week, and it's a thing I've had trouble with in my life, where I've not got one. But as a kid, I used to go around with my mum around the village I lived in with the tray around all the houses and sell poppies and raise money for the British Legion. And so it was very, it's very much part of my entire life. My father was in the RAF in the war, flew a Lancaster bomber. All those things were part of sort of my childhood. So there is some other resonance with poppies for me. So I don't have a problem wearing one myself, and I've always done it. That said, there's something about charitable giving that's become a kind of a celebrity public.
But this is different from charitable giving. This is the poppy. This is about soldiers and armed forces. This is about people who gave their lives and are still sacrificing or risking their lives for the liberties that we all hold dear. It's different from other charities. It really is.
Oh, absolutely, I agree with that.
And it's not about supporting the charity. It's not about giving money to charity consumption. It's about creating a climate in this country. I'm really proud to wear it.
Wars are over
different,
another.
But that's the point. It is different. from other causes. It really is.
Save the planet.
Yeah.
Surely that's a bigger cause,
No,
isn't it?
this is different. It really, really is. This is about people, and if I was the mother or the loved one of somebody who had died defending our causes, I would feel insulted by
Kirsty.
Okay, first we have Leslie on line 1.
Thank you, Kirsty. Leslie, good morning.
Oh, good morning. Hi.
Hi. So, your thoughts on poppies? Should everyone have to wear one?
No, I don't think everyone should have to wear one. And I feel really sad that, it's come to a debate, really, because it's something that is so truly very, very British. And, like so many things, sort of losing our identity. I'm with Anne. It's like you should feel proud to wear it.
But not pushed into wearing it.
Sorry?
Proud to wear one, but not pushed into wearing one.
Yeah, proud to wear it. And, it's like if you look, these Chelsea pensioners and the war veterans, they make these all year. I watched a programme on it last year, and I was so moved that all year they're preparing for this, and then they make them by hand. It's very touching.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have a son who's in the army, so I do have a bit of a vested interest. But, just...
We all have the vested interest. We all do. It's just it happens to be your son, but we all have a vested interest.
We've got these wristbands, sold supporting our soldiers.
Yeah.
I think anything that pricks our minds into thinking about what's going on is good. It's good.
But as long as you're not made to wear one, that's the critical thing here. Thank you for the call, Liz. Is there another?
Okay.